Hello, welcome to today's Road to 50 Million. Today's title, Choosing a Crazy Good Life. Why would you choose anything else? And over and over again, people say, well, I can't. I don't have control of this. What if you could? What if right here, right now, you could have a crazy good life? Do you even know what that would look like for you? I spent some time thinking this morning about what that would be for me, and I'll share it with you really quick. I have a goal of 50 million this year. We've exceeded it, and I'm hoping to reach 100 by October 14th, which is the end of my year. Got 5 months left. I think I'll get there. So why is that my goal? Because I love you. I want to help you create the results you want in your life. And by results, I mean happiness, purpose, prosperity, joy. So that's cash, that's contentment, whatever it is that you feel like you need, want. Because you deserve it. Now, what I've discovered about life is that we create it. Every minute, every day, we create our lives. And sometimes that's so hard for me to even remember, and it's hard to believe because so many things happen outside of us. Now, today is the 10th or the 11th of those whole series of things in the coaching framework, which was vision or goals, knowledge, skill, wisdom, and power. Today is the last half of power, which is internal power. We talked about resources or external power yesterday. And today we're talking about power. Power, power, power. Where do you get the internal power to do things that you want to do? It's so easy to start on a project. Now, today, in about an hour, I'm starting a group called the Ultimate Life Transformation Experience. No one is going to force anyone to transform who they're being. That's an effort that has to come from inside. Now, if you look in the mirror or in the mirror of your own mind, are you happy with yourself? I got an email this morning from Chris Doris. I'm on his list, and it's his mental toughness emails every day, which I love. Shout out to Chris. And he just encouraged us every day to ask the questions. Are you living the life you want? Are you truly happy? Are you doing what you want? And the reason it's fun to ask those is not, and this is what I used to do, it's my fault. I'm never going to get X, Y, Z, right? Never going to get there. Never going to get this book finished. Never going to get this product finished. Never going to get money I want. Never going to get whatever, right? This song done, this album done, all the things that I'm working on. And that thinking got in the way of getting it done over and over and over again. And then you fight with it. Well, I'm going to go tough it out. That entire approach is wrong. So if you want internal power, start with a blank slate. Empty your calendar. And then one by one, put back things that you're committed to do. That creates massive internal power. You have control over your calendar, your time, your attitude, your life. And, everyone says, well, but I got to work or I'll starve or I got to pay the rent. You know what? You don't. Yeah, there'd be consequences for you and everybody else that breathes air. If you don't go produce value, people can't give you money because money follows value. And so if you want money, create value. You have infinite worth and infinite value in you. There's an infinite amount of money and an infinite amount of energy in the universe. Learning to tap into it with your gifts is what this whole year is about. So I'm committed to help you discover your gifts and then turn them into a business, turn them into cash, money right here, right now. I'm doing it. I'm helping lots of other people do it. I'm committed to help you do it if you want to. Maybe you're already doing that, and maybe that is exactly where you want to be. If you're that, if you are creating the cash you want right here, right now, then I'd love to talk to you. And the reason I would is because I want to put you on the podcast, or I want to put you on LA Talk Radio, because I love sharing the stories of those that are creating the results they want. I love doing that. It gives you more exposure, and I love talking to people who've gone through the fire, made their choices, and come out the other side saying, this is who I am because I said so. I decided to be this different person. I had the opportunity Saturday. Today's what, Monday? And so the day before yesterday, yesterday, I spent a couple of hours rendering working on the sweetening and doing the work on 4 podcast episodes that are out toward the end of June. And I got to revisit 4 episodes of very, very different people, all of whom are making choices to add good to the world in their own way. And the stories of where they were, what they went through, are all wildly different. And I have done that so many times. I know, like breathing air, that you can have that story. I don't care where you are right now. In a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, you can have a completely different life if you want it. But it isn't going to create itself. One of the things I say to the guests all the time after I hear their amazing story is I say, well, let's talk about your journey because you didn't fall up that mountain, right? And everybody laughs when I say that. Falling up the mountain, of course, is laughable. Nobody falls up a mountain. But it allows them to go back and explore choices, pivot points, attitude shifts that made them or allowed them the opportunity to change who they were being and create whatever they wanted. You, right here, right now, in this conversation, are at a pivot point. You have the choice to continue doing exactly what you're doing and think I'm nuts, or you can continue what you're doing because you love it so much you're already doing exactly what you want. Either way, if you decide to keep doing what you're doing because you love it so much, please reach out. I want to talk to you. If you think I'm crazy, then there's not a lot anyone can do, because if you believe nothing will change, then it won't. If, on the other hand, you realize this is a pivot point and you've felt this feeling before, like you want something different, you want to discover your gifts, you want to really leverage them and add good to the world, help other people. People say all the time, oh, I love helping people. Okay, how do you do that? Are you doing it on purpose? Is it structured? Do you want to turn it into a business? You're free to keep a job that you don't like or that isn't fulfilling. You're also free to create a service and or product from your journey and gifts. That journey and those gifts are your divine heritage. They play together. You were given divine gifts when you came here. Maybe you've used them and maybe you kind of know what they are and maybe you have no clue. It doesn't matter. You've also been through your own journey of struggle, of trial, of hardship, some people with terrible hardships. And some people say to me, well, I've lived a pretty good life, no big deal. And that is also an interesting observation. If you haven't had those things, then it's good to examine, what have I done with my relatively flat path? Have I created powerful invitations and opportunities to serve? We, you, me, we are built to love and serve each other, which is why I do this every day, to love and serve you right here, right now. That's it. To invite you to discover your divine gifts, to make a choice to serve with them, to make a choice to love yourself enough to get good at what you do. I'm getting ready to start season 2 of Creatives Save the World. If you're interested in being part of Creatives Save the World season 2, which will be 10 episodes, reach out to me. I'm going to film 10 episodes. It's going on network television about people who are using their gifts, their creativity in some way to serve, maybe making a business, maybe helping others. All those things are absolutely part of this conversation. I know from my own long experience, we're built to love and serve each other. Physiologically, with neurotransmitters and everything, and spiritually, it's the same thing. We feel good, we feel empowered, we feel community. We're most fulfilled when we're being creative and we're doing good. Every single person who's achieved something will tell you that. But when we're in the process of serving, we feel good. Now, how you choose to do that is up to you. There's a wide range. I'll give you some examples. I've helped people turn their stories into a book and then turn that book into a product that they offer online or at conferences. I've helped people create keynote speeches so they can talk about a learning, TED Talks and those other kinds of things. I help people learn how to speak effectively and powerfully. I've helped people learn to change what they believe is possible in their own lives, mirroring my journey, going from I can never do this, I'm not good enough, failure is built into my DNA, it's possible for somebody else but not for me. I've gone from that place to the complete other end of the spectrum, knowing with certainty every day I have someone to meet, someone to help, someone to love, and often in one day it's many people. And I have that opportunity, so do you. So do you, because this actually isn't about me. This whole series is my commitment to help you. How did you start your day this morning? I got up early. I always get up early, almost always, and was in meditation for an hour or so. And during that meditation, I received a very distinct impression to do a certain thing. And so I went, and I talked to the person, and I did that thing. It was exactly right. It was inspired, and it was beautiful. It wouldn't have happened if I hadn't taken that time to prepare and connect with the divine and seek inspiration and direction. You can do that every day, and you can live a guided life. It is so much fun to feel that, to be guided about what things will be of service and fulfilling for others and yourself at the same time. So this is the last video in this little series about getting something done. It started with vision. What do you want to create? I'm starting a program today that runs 90 days, but I run those all the time. So if you're interested, reach out. But you have to have a vision. You have to know what you're trying to create. Not someday I'm going to, no. Do what by when, right? And that creation, those goals involve external goals, like a certain amount of money or finishing a book, and it involves internal. Who do I need to be? What do I need to change about who I'm being to get that done? Because if I was the right person, it'd be done already. So inside and outside vision. Then there's knowledge. What do I need to know that I don't know today to make that goal happen? And then what changes in me? What knowledge in me needs to change? So outside and inside knowledge, then skills. I play the piano, I sing, I write books. I don't know what your skills are, but I want you to list them. Do you need to sharpen those skills? You need to develop new ones. That's the external things. Do you need to sharpen your skills inside? Staying committed, not procrastinating, getting up on time, organizing your schedule. Are those skills in need of buffing or developing, right? And the next one is wisdom. The correct and beneficial and leveraged application of knowledge and skills is what creates leveraged impact, powerful results, big movement. It's the same inside. What wisdom do you need inside? Often that is learning to hear intuition. You have as much right to intuition as anybody else that breathes air. Have you developed it? Are you using it? Are you following it? The last ones were yesterday and today. Yesterday was external power, which I talked about in terms of resources, money, time, partners. What do you need to get this thing that you've imagined, this beautiful thing you want to bring in the world, done? Today, it is internal power. Internal power I think of as commitment, where you say, I'm going to do this thing, not because somebody's going to pat me on the back, not because somebody will think I'm cool, but just because you said so, just because you've decided this is who you are. So I put a list of goals in the group that I'm starting today because I'm participating with these people and I keep my group small. So if you want to get a goal accomplished right now, talk to me. If you don't already have a powerful framework to make that happen, I can help you if you want. Now, here's your invitation. Hear all these things about you. I've talked about people in my group. I've talked about, examples in my own life because I don't have yours. But what I know is that you are as important as anyone else who breathes air. You are as important as millionaires and billionaires you read about in the news. The divine doesn't have a special category for the wealthy and the not wealthy. Just because we create a religion around money doesn't mean it matters in the ultimate sense. So you're important and you're valuable. And I know, and I'm inviting you to find your gifts and serve with them. We need more love. We need more encouragement. We need more kindness. And I want to see you in your gifts. I want to see you in your full power, in service and love. If I can help you discover your gifts, turn them into a business, live your ultimate life of purpose, prosperity, and joy, I'm here. I'm available. I'm inviting you to do that. I'm committed to help you as one of my folks on the road to 50 million. If you want to be on one of my shows, please reach out. I need you. The world needs your gifts. We'll see you tomorrow on the road to 50 million.